Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Revolution's Glow Toner, which is a gentle and beginner-friendly leave-on exfoliating acid toner, which means that once you've applied it to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now, this toner contains 2.5% of glycolic acid, which is an AHA, and due to the low percentage, it makes it so suitable for beginners if you want to try out a glycolic acid product. Now, glycolic acid can help you to loosen the bonds between the dead skin cells that are sitting on top of the skin surface to let go of the skin surface faster, which then can help you to improve dullness as well as an uneven skin tone or overall sun-damaged skin. Now, glycolic acid can also help you to increase the hydration within the skin, and they're working with ginseng as well as aloe vera, which are hydrating and soothing ingredients as well. And so this makes it so suitable for drier skin types. And so when working with it, you can use it daily in the morning as well as evening. So you can use it once or twice per day daily, which should be well tolerated as it contains such a low percentage of glycolic acid. However, I do want to remind you that over time it may happen that your skin does not need that much exfoliation anymore, and therefore at some point you may come across stinging or burning, which comes out of a sudden. And this can be a sign that you need to reduce the frequency that you have been doing, as your skin does not have that many dead skin cells anymore, and it is able to maintain it by using it less often. And so this is the key point, to adjust the frequency over time when working with this toner. And so you can use this toner in the morning as well as evening, and this is where I went ahead and I have prepared for you again some PowerPoint slides so that you can see it visually, that you have a better understanding of the order of application, as well as see a general guide as well as what you should avoid. Now, you can download those PowerPoint slides in the description box down below and use it as a guide if you find them helpful. Now, this toner can be used on its own by just washing your face, using the toner, and then sunscreen during daytime, and then just finish with the toner in the evening, and that's basically it. However, you can also use it along with other skincare products, but this is where it's important to emphasize certain combinations which you shouldn't do, as it may increase the risk of sensitivity. And so therefore I want to now go over it step by step. So I want to get started with a morning skincare routine. And so here you can see the setup. You're going to get started with washing your face, suitable for your skin type and needs. Make sure it's a gentle cleanser, not an exfoliating acid cleanser, or even wash your face just with water if that's what you usually do in the morning. Then rinse it off, pat the skin dry. Then move on to the glycolic acid toner, apply it to the skin, leave it on the skin, there's no need to wash it off. And then if you like to, you can follow on with specific treatments for your skin concerns, but again, I want to remember you, I want to later go over what you have to be aware of. But as an example, this can be hydrating and soothing serums. This can be, for example, a vitamin C derivative product, niacinamide or alpha-butane, if you're working with surface hyperpigmentation or you just want to increase your hydration within the skin. Once you have applied your treatment, leave it on skin, there's no need to wash it off. And then you can follow on with either a moisturizer and then your sunscreen, or use a moisturizer that already contains SPF, or just follow with your sunscreen afterwards, depending on how hydrating the sunscreen may be on its own, and it's just fine to use it on its own as well. Now, I have a specific infographic about all the information that are important to keep in mind when working with sun protection, which you can see right here. However, again, I'm going to leave it in the description box down below with the other PowerPoint slides so that you can go over it in your own time, because I do not want to specifically cover it in this video. However, I want to emphasize that when working with exfoliating acids, doesn't matter if you're using it in the morning or evening, sun protection during daytime is important. Based on how glycolic acid works, the new skin is going to be a bit more sensitive, therefore sun protection is important to avoid a sunburn. And so this would be a morning skincare routine. Now, when looking at an evening skincare routine, it's basically the same thing, just without the sun protection at the end, and you may need to adjust your cleansing step. So depending on your sunscreen as well as makeup, if you can easily remove it with your daily gentle cleanser, go ahead, just use your daily gentle cleanser and then continue with the rest of your skincare routine. However, if it is a water resistant or waterproof sunscreen as well as makeup, you may need to first of all use micellar water and then your daily gentle cleanser, or do a double cleansing method where you would use an oil or balm cleanser at first, or again your daily gentle cleanser twice, and then follow on with your gentle cleanser. So in that specific case, it is important that you can properly remove your sunscreen and or makeup if you have one throughout the day. Rinse it off, pat the skin dry, then move on to the glycolic acid toner, maybe other treatments if you should feel the need, and then moisturizer. Now, everywhere where you can see optional, you do not have to include those steps, but you can depending on your overall needs. But when it comes to with what you can combine it and what you should avoid, then what you should avoid is an important part, which mainly focuses on other exfoliating acid products. Now let's look at leave-on exfoliating acid products similar to Revolution's Glow Toner. So if you're working with other exfoliating acid toners or serums that you're going to leave on the skin and they have a higher percentage, my best advice would be just use one at a time. So please do not use multiple exfoliating acid products in the same routine, as this can increase the risk of experiencing irritation, such as stinging, burning, or even redness, which can be uncomfortable. This may not happen right away, but the more often you're going to do this combination, the more likely it is able to occur. So therefore, my best advice would be either just use one leave-on exfoliant or alternate between one and the other. So either use one in the morning, the other one in the evening, or alternate between them during like basically the week, so that you can find a frequency that works the best for you. The same would apply, which I recommend to completely avoiding, when it comes to strong exfoliating acid masks, such as, for example, the ordinary peeling solution or Revolution's peeling solution. Both have a high percentage of AHA, which is the major concern in this specific case. Therefore, I recommend not using them in the same routine, just use them on alternate days. And please read the directions on how often you should use the mask. It's usually once or twice per week, no more than that, or even less often. So again, this would be like a specific category on what I do not recommend, as well as what I recommend not using in the same routine. The same would apply to retinol as well as retinoids. Please keep them separate. Even though this is a low percentage, I just want to be safe for everyone who is watching this video, since the skin does not respond always the same. Some can tolerate it, whereas others have extremely sensitive skin and they cannot tolerate it. So therefore, either use your Glow Toner in the morning and your retinol or retinoid in the evening, or use it on alternate days. And there's one major conflict which I do want to emphasize, especially when looking into the ordinary products, which would be the ordinary peptide serum. So please do not use this exfoliating acid toner with the ordinary peptide serums. Use, for example, your peptide serum in the morning and your Glow Toner in the evening, or use them on alternate days, but please do not use them in the same routine, as they actually conflict with each other. And so this would be what you have to keep in mind when setting up your skincare routine, what you should not use in the same routine. Again, if you want to go over it in your own time, you will find it in the description box down below. However, now I want to keep my focus on the entire application so that you can see it visually and that you understand how much you need to use of each product. So we are going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face using a suitable and gentle cleanser for your skin type and needs. If this is going to be your morning routine, this can be your daily gentle cleanser, or just wash your face with water. However, again, in the evening, I highly recommend working with a cleanser or doing a double cleansing method to make sure that everything comes properly off the skin. So as an example, I have the Inkey Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser right here, which is great for all skin types, but I want to keep my focus mainly onto normal to dry skin, so therefore this is also, for example, a great alternative. If you have a different cleanser at home that's working well for you, go ahead and do so, exchange it. Just make sure to read on the back of the packaging on how you should use your cleanser, since this can change. Now in this example, I need to wet my face with at first lukewarm water to warm water so that it feels comfortable on the skin, and then I'm going to use a bit of the cleanser and I'm going to massage it onto wet skin. This can be done above the sink or take the cleanser with you in the shower. Whatever method works the best for you, go ahead. Just make sure that you're able to properly rinse it off the skin before continuing with the rest of your skincare routine. So let's go ahead and do this. Then use about a coin size amount on the palm of your hand, about 1 to 2 pumps. About that much, more or less. Rub your hands together and then gently massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. Please make sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. If that's the case, rinse it with water. So, and once you have massaged your cleanser all over your face and neck, you now can go ahead and again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. You can do this by just using your hands, or if you should feel the need, you can use a soft and fresh washcloth in between, which are going to wet, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better so that there's no residue left, especially when working with sunscreen as well as makeup, to make sure that everything comes properly off the skin. So now go ahead, take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. So once you're done with the cleansing step, you can immediately move on to the next step. There's no need to wait in between. Now the next step is going to be the application of Revolution's Glow Toner. Now the way on how you're going to apply it depends mainly on your personal preference. You can apply it either with your hands or with a cotton pad. When applying it with your hands, you can use between 5 to 8 drops on the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together and then gently blend it all over. However, when using it with a cotton pad, use about a coin size amount. Please do not soak up the entire cotton pad, because then you're going to use too much product, but use about a coin size amount so that you then can gently swipe it across your face and neck. Now, using a cotton pad can help you while working with a leave-in exfoliant to let go of the dead skin cells faster. Since a cotton pad is a bit rough, it is still gentle and soft, but it's a bit rough compared to the hands. So depending on the method that you're doing, it is a bit more gentle or more effective by loosening the dead skin cells. So if you want something really gentle, use your hands. If you want to give your skin a bit of help by loosening the dead skin cells, use a cotton pad. And so when using a cotton pad, use about a coin size amount so that you have enough product to gently swipe it across your face and neck. So about that much more or less. You can see I have not soaked up the entire cotton pad because this would be too much product for the entire face and neck to cover. Your face should feel slightly damp, not overly wet. And then apply it over your face and neck. Please do not use it on top of your eyelids. Please do not get it into your eyes, nor into your mouth. And please do not get it too close to the actual lower lash line. So, and once you have applied Revolution's Glow Toner all over your face and neck, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. So if you're going to use this toner in the morning, you're going to leave it on the skin for the entire day. And when washing your face in the evening again, just before going to bed, this is when you're going to wash it off. If you're going to use it in the evening, you're going to leave it on the skin for the entire night. And then the next day when washing your face, you're going to wash it off. This is what I mean by leaving it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. It is a leave-on product. And so once you have applied it, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now you can stop right here if it's going to be your evening skincare routine and you just want to use the toner on its own. That's completely fine. Go ahead and do so. However, again, please don't forget during daytime to follow with sun protection. This is really important. And if you want to know how you can properly apply your sunscreen, I have a specific video for you and guide for you in the top right corner. However, if you now say, well, I have other treatments that I want to include in my skincare routine that I can use along with the toner, then you can go ahead and do so. This would be then the next step once you have applied the toner. I have 3 examples right here from the Ordinary line, for example, and this is just one example. Please make sure that you're going to adjust the treatments accordingly to your skin type and overall needs. So if you do not suffer from hyperpigmentation, but you just want to hydrate the skin, well, then just look for hydrating products instead of actual treatments to improve like dark spots on the skin surface. So this is what I mean by adjusting it. Overall, if you have thicker serums that feel a bit sticky, like for example the Ordinary niacinamide or alpha-butane or hyaluronic acid, use between 2 to 3 drops for your face and neck. If you have serums that are a bit thinner in texture but not like water, use between 4 to 6 drops. And if you have extremely water-like serums, then you can use between 5 to 8 drops. Those are general guides that I can share with you so that you have an idea of how much you can start it with and then adjust it accordingly to how you can blend it over your face and neck. Once you have applied your treatment, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And then if you should feel the need, you can follow with a moisturizer. For example, La Roche-Posay Toleriane Ultra Fluid. This is just one great example. If you prefer something richer, if you prefer maybe a gel, then of course go ahead and adjust the moisturizer accordingly. And then use about a bean size amount so that you can evenly and thinly apply your moisturizer over your face and neck. So about that much, more or less, this can be adjusted. Just make sure that you can evenly blend it all over. So, and once you have applied your moisturizer all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And this can be the last step in your evening skincare routine. And then again, during daytime, you would follow on with sun protection or replace it with a moisturizer that already contains SPF. Or again, just use your regular sunscreen on its own. And so this would be an example of an evening skincare routine when using this toner. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, that you find it helpful. If you did so, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And if you now want to know more about skincare and the different applications, I have several videos for you on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to link some of them at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye.